Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at the Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
And in sickness and in health.
Every Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Woo!
Yay.
Yay. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy July 5th, 2024.
Let's check our audio.
Tom's doing the mic check.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. Yay. Hello, everybody. Kat Mulvihill in the house. What's up? Gil's here. Hey, everyone. Homesick Mac. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Andre's here. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great Friday so far. Level Up with Mike is here. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Chip Griffin is here. Hello. Hassan, good to see you. Hey. Finally caught live. Woke up way too early. Call me Cubby in the house. Hey, all. Tom looks tired.
Everybody says that when I'm in your studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's optimized for...
Not me.
A more tanned skin. An audio hotline is here. Hello. Hey. Well, but you start yawning when you come in here also. Maybe it's cozy for you, you know?
Maybe that's what it is.
You see a bunch of pillows. Over there is the book nook. So Tom
Maybe. Maybe that's what it is.
I painted the book nook black. And so I think that's also like... lulling.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe you don't sound convinced.
I'm not.
Well, how are you feeling on this Friday, Tom?
I have a link to drop in the chat.
Drop the link,
I'm going
bro.
to do right now.
Drop the link. Melanie's here. Hello, happy Friday. So good to see you.
I don't think I can.
Tom BH.
I can remove it, but I cannot pin it. I was gonna try to pin that one.
I can pin it.
Okay, yeah, pin it to win it. So
I'm a pin it to win it.
On July 21st, which is a Sunday coming up in just about 2 weeks.
Yes.
I will be live at B&H Photo in New York City with Bandrew from Podcastage for the inaugural episode of a B&H Creator Roundtable series that they're doing. This should also be streamed on their YouTube channel. I think it's hopefully, one of those things that has a lot of episodes to come, but this is the very first one. So they're doing like a live podcast recording in their store with a small audience, which is also, if you're in the New York area on July 21st, free to attend. Heather's going to be there too.
I guess you can only pin like your comment.
You can't pin anybody?
I can't pin
That's
yours.
weird. Well, anyway, that's fine. Maybe you can't do it on mobile. It's in the chat, so you go to the beginning of the chat and it's there. It's also on my Instagram story from today as well. But that's only 2 weeks from now, so I wanted to share that.
I know, what the heck?
Yeah,
we got there real fast.
When they first asked about it, I was like, oh yeah, that's like a year from now. But it was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so that's coming up quick.
Heck? Okay, hold on.
Pin.
Sorry. Pin.
Okay, yeah.
All
so you have to
right,
pin on desktop.
Okay, got it.
We're learning.
I know,
but that should be super fun. And it was funny when they asked, because of course I wanted to do it, but like going to New York is tough. And then Bandrew sent me a message and was like, hey, did you get this invite? Do you think you're going to go? And I was like, yeah, I'm thinking, but part of me just wants to go because you're going to go. Or like that is a motivating factor, not because I don't want to go anyway. And he was like, well, I want to go because you're going to be there. So then that was our big motivation. We're both people who are maybe known for not traveling as much as the typical YouTuber does. And so to get us to pull us out of our environments is tough. But it's super cool that B&H is doing this. They've always been like super cool and supportive, and they sent us to NAB.
Which
is awesome. And now they're bringing us out.
So you're recording in their store?
In the store somewhere, yeah. We did a couples table in their store.
We did. It's like one of our most popular episodes, which is very strange.
Yeah, it was very impromptu.
It's just on our phone against a green screen.
Yeah, they had a very cool setup and everything, but like we had no way of getting the feed from that setup, that like demo setup, to your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And so we just had to put your phone where it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be really fun. And they're super organized. So if you go to that link, you can almost see like the breakdown of the different topics that are going to be discussed. And also Luria is going to be there.
Luria.
From like Ecamm, Live Streaming Pros, and all that. So in addition to a B&H moderator to keep us all in line.
Yes. The rowdiness.
Yeah. And it's sponsored by Rode, just coincidentally. So it's all there.
They're not going to be there though.
Probably not probably not. I think they just like helped it happen.
Yeah. Okay. That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
All right, so check it out. That'll be fun. And it's live.
Yeah.
Well, in person, but is it going to be live
I
stream?
believe it's going to be a live stream
Oh,
on the
wonderful.
BNH channel. I believe. I hope so. And then I think it's a series, so there should be replays. And I don't know if they're putting it up on like podcasting platforms as well.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, shall we talk about are you stressed, Tom?
You know what? Traveling kind of brings some stresses.
Well, how stressful is being a creator?
It varies from not at all to immensely. Sometimes in the same day, same hour. It can be very, very tricky. We've talked about stress, creator stress a little bit, but this sort of seemed like a good time because typically speaking, generally the summer months are a time when things kind of dip in the world of YouTube.
Yes.
There can obviously still be very successful, very popular videos. Channels can still grow, all that stuff. But in general, if you kind of look at like anyone I know, including myself, you look at our channel's statistics every year, you can see kind of from June, July-ish to September-ish, there's a big dip. And every time it happens, it's a little alarming and scary because you tend to think last year was just the normal summer dip. This year's different. Like this year I'll never recover this year.
You've done this 7 times.
Yeah, I know. That's, that what I'm trying to tell myself this year is that I've done this 7 times.
Yeah.
So just go with it. And it can be a great time to experiment.
Yes.
And take that stress and anxiety and try new things, because if you already know that like sort of the bar is low and things might not be getting the reach or the attention of the eyeballs that they normally do, well, cool, try something new and sort of work out some new things here. What are you doing? He's going to go up there.
Oh my goodness.
Hop, there he goes.
Oh, he farted on his way up.
Did he? A little booster?
So Finley like jumps onto the book nook, which is, it's like a regular chair height.
Yeah, we always show him sleeping over there.
Yeah. But when he like jumps, sometimes
he needs a boost. A little propulsion.
Sorry, I didn't mean to announce that to the world. Now he's looking at me, guilt tripping me.
Well, he feels no guilt. He's pride, if anything. That's a look of satisfaction.
Yeah, he is not stressed. Well, he was stressed last night because of freaking fireworks for July 4th. But anyway, so
how about you? Are you stressed as a creator?
No. I mean, like, okay, I don't know. I came up with this idea because I was scrolling through YouTube and I just felt like I saw a lot of thumbnails that were kind of alluding to
it's the sad face, it's the burnout
creators
face.
being the creators
literally
burnout.
people in hospitals, hospital gowns.
It's like I just felt like there was a lot of, it doesn't look fun, you know. YouTube, just scrolling through my page, so I don't know, maybe that says something about me, but if people ask me like whether I think being a creator is stressful, yes, but I don't think it's uniquely stressful. Like I feel like every job is stressful. And if you're only going off of, if the only experience that is your own, then it's like all these people can say it's stressful and it can make it feel more stressful, but really it's like, I don't know, it's different for everybody. And I'll always go back to when I actually had jobs that I showed up at. It was stressful in different ways, because a lot of the things that were stressful, well, same with being a creator, is like the stuff that you don't have control over, right? So like at my last job, it was such a toxic workplace, but I loved everything that I did. I like loved most of my coworkers. I worked at a school, so just the energy of the kids kind of rubs off on you, and like we ran our own YouTube channel basically, and it was so much fun, but it was like a toxic workplace. So that was like, I mean, it drove me crazy. Like I had to go to a doctor and stuff. I think we're lucky because we work together. We're business partners, and that makes it fun.
Yes.
In a very unique way. But yeah, like, is it more stressful than being a restaurant owner? I don't know. That shit looks, that looks real stressful to me. Like, I can't even imagine dealing with like other people's schedules and HR and like,
Well, customer, like
customer
actual
service.
customers and needing to it. I guess it's not. It's, yeah.
Yelp,
It's stressful.
like, I don't know. It's just like, so I feel like there's a lot of things that are rewarding, I think, about being a creator. And I think, like, for me, obviously, like, I'm someone who's taken many breaks because I have been stressed, like, from being a content creator. But I also think it's par for the course of any person who's running their own business.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. That's very true.
So I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah. What's everybody else saying in here then?
Checking in. Truth.
Mike said, true, struggling with peace of mind during the dip in views from last month or
Yeah.
so. Yeah, see, and that's why I think it's a good thing to talk about it too, to be like, oh, it's happening to me, it's happening to, like, okay.
Yeah, it's not you.
Yeah, if
It's
everyone
not
else
you,
is like,
it's not uniquely your channel.
yeah, it's a normal
It's a
thing.
season
this
thing.
time of year, it's summer, and that's just what it's.
There are a
travel
lot of
time, the
people-
holiday time.
yeah,
I
people-
know. I guess in parts of the world it's winter, but it's these months, I guess I should say, the northern hemisphere summer months tend to be the lowest of the year, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Andre says B&H store is insane. Bought my first Sigma lens there in 2014. I always try to buy something there as like a souvenir because I don't want to just get like a useless souvenir. So it's like, yeah, let's buy a lens or a battery or a field monitor or something. So that way it's like every time I use it, then that's my B&H souvenir.
I don't know if I bought anything. I feel like you told me to, so that because of this story.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't.
I mean,
know
I've done
what
it
was.
now I've been there multiple times, but this will be a very quick trip. So not a lot of like other New York stuff happening. Bailey says, I feel like it depends how heavily on how your channel operates. If you're a solo or a small team, it's different for someone like Linus with over 100 employees, all who have families. Yeah. Which is why it's insane to me that like we're lumped in the same thing, like,
Yeah.
because things are just so different.
They're different. Yeah.
Numbers are different.
Yeah. Melanie says, restaurant industry stresses me out just thinking about it. Same. Audio Hotline says, I'm definitely dealing with a dip in views. It's a struggle. I do think mine is a little bit about missing an extended period of time for health issues plus this time of year.
I mean, that just exacerbates it. If it's going down anyway, and then also there's you're not able to make as much.
It's hard
stuff.
not to think that it's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Bailey says, if it's just you, if you're having a rough month, you can account for that beforehand. But with a full legal private company, there are legal requirements, insurance, tax, leave, etc.
Yeah, that's why I never want to hire.
That's why we're not doing that.
anybody.
Talk about
Zero desire to
stress.
hire.
That is a choice, and that is something we are not choosing. Bronson, you need that time, self-care, but you came out swinging. Fellow filmmakers here saying, hey, being a creator is stressful for sure, especially in the dips. I know I felt it lately every year around the summer.
Yeah, I enjoyed your
cat
cat chats earlier.
What?
Heather did a live stream earlier today.
Oh, great.
Hanging
That's
with the
awesome.
cat.
Oh, so everyone's feeling the dip.
Yeah, which is good. So just saying, I think maybe saying that alleviates some stress, right? Because it's not you. It's not you. It's just the cycle.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. And going into the holidays, things are gonna liven up quite a bit.
I feel like fall.
Well, kind of a cool gauge, which also makes me feel better, is earlier this year, Amazon started doing bonuses for affiliate programs.
Yeah.
And it's at different levels depending on what you normally do. So essentially, if you're someone who uses Amazon affiliate links, someone clicks on the links, buys something, you get a cut of revenue. It was either late last year or early this year, they started doing a thing where it's like if you hit a certain threshold of revenue from shipped items, like you brought X number of dollars to the Amazon platform, you get a bonus, like a flat rate commission. And they usually have like 3 or 4 levels. So if you hit this, you get this. If you go further, then you get more. And it varies. Like I learned that it's actually based on your specific performance. So some people have posted their screenshots where it's like their bonus is $30 extra. Other people have posted theirs and it's like $6,000 extra. So it varies wildly. But what you can see is Amazon sort of does it in 3-month chunks. So like at the beginning of the year in January, they're like, hey, upcoming bonus thing. Do you want
like
to participate?
quarter,
yeah. And you click
quarterly
yes or no. And
bonus.
it's like, cool, here's January, February, March. And then before April, they go, hey, we're doing the next 3 months. Do you want to participate? And when they give you those 3 months, you can see the shipped revenue targets. And you can see, like, around the holidays, the targets are very high, and the bonus commissions are also very high. In the summer, you can see that they're lower, and the commissions are lower as well. So you can see that the platform is expecting, like, fewer people buy things right now, and more people buy. Like, you can see businesses adjusting to the cycle throughout the year. And obviously, like, the holiday season is more for ads and shopping and stuff, which translates in one way or another to more views and more viewership and more channel growth, even if those aren't the areas that you're focusing on.
Right.
Just because I think there has to be something to, like, if more companies are paying to put ads on videos, YouTube needs to push out more videos to people. Like, they got to put this ad somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, I feel like summer is a weird time where everyone is, like, checked out. But then fall comes back around, and that's where I feel like that's when everyone is more open to, like, picking up new hobbies and trying new things, of course. And then, of course, New Year's,
tons of
like,
new product releases too
stuff
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So if you're in the YouTube world, if you're in any, not even just for, like, tech, but for every industry, kind of like their next model year thing comes out at the end of the previous calendar year.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Bailey says, I also feel like it's been forever since I've been here or any stream, so it's great to be back. I miss the community. We've missed you too,
We are
Bailey.
happy to have you.
Andre says, speaking as a freelancer doing websites and consulting for 20 years now, if I don't work on a project or land projects on a weekly, monthly basis, I don't make money. A full-time creator on YouTube will have some residual income from ads on older videos, links affiliated, etc., which makes it slightly more flexible. True.
It depends. I think for some people, I think if you look, I think it very much depends, because kind of like Bronson was saying, if you suddenly were to stop uploading, but you still have a catalog of hundreds of videos, those will still earn ad revenue. Those will still earn affiliate things, but it will dip a lot. And it depends on your channel, your niche, all that other stuff. You should still get something, but it could end up being, 15% of what you would normally get.
I mean, I can speak to that because I've had most of my income for the past 8 years has been from clients. And then I also get from AdSense, affiliates, links, stuff like that. So, for me, since I have been client focused, the money from clients is so much bigger, always has been, but there's totally residual income from affiliate links, from videos I made like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
And there was on my tutorial channel, when I made those videos, I set it up knowing that. And so, I considered it kind of like investments, these little guys will be on the shelf forever until I take them down. And, if you focus on stuff that is not,
evergreen.
Yeah. If you focus on non-evergreen stuff, obviously the evergreen, my most popular videos are evergreen, which is why that's why they're popular.
Right.
And they happen to be affiliate link videos. So that's nice. But it's it doesn't, the client money is so much more. So it kind of feels like, I don't count on the affiliate stuff. It's a bonus. Oh my God, I'm so hot right now.
You're hot all the time.
I put the AC at 75 degrees, but do you know how hot it is here?
Oh, yeah.
In the
Today,
desert?
the high temperature is 121 degrees
121 degrees. If you step outside, you just light on fire.
121 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius. So that is 49 degrees Celsius if you're not in the United States. So that'll be the high today, 121. Currently, it's 117. So we haven't even hit that peak yet.
Hot.
Yeah.
I can't. So there's a ceiling fan. I never turn it on though because I feel like you can see.
Oh yeah,
here.
and the just create more
So
the
now
picture
we're just
frame
gonna
behind you.
It's once you notice it, you can't unsee it.
Right.
So I'm gonna strategically place my head
Wow,
right
you just
here.
have to not move the whole time here. Gil says the stress is everywhere this season. Company we rely on got hit with ransomware and can't deliver parts, causing high stress at work.
Oh my.
Oof. Kat says she's only posted 2 videos this year and still gets YouTube AdSense. It's less, but not a huge drop from when I was regularly uploading. Fellow filmmaker, ad revenue is not enough to live on most times, so most full-time creators have to keep making videos that perform well and make connections for income elsewhere. And then Andre was asking, hey, what type of client work?
Making videos for other people.
Making vids
For people's YouTube channel. So like my biggest client was Mighty Networks. If you go to Mighty's YouTube channel, I'm sure you'll still see lots of my videos there.
Yeah, I helped you out with some of those. And earlier today, someone sent me a link, worried that someone had stolen one of my videos and put it on a different channel. And I was like, no, don't worry. Like, I actually made that video on purpose for them.
Yeah.
But that's nice. It made me glad that they actually thought that. It made me glad that the video I had put together for a client felt like one of my videos.
Yeah, see?
That's cool.
That's great.
Yeah. And Bailey did a super chat.
Bailey.
Which you don't have to do just because we're talking about AdSense and things. But he says, just a thank you for everything you guys have done and having conversations need to happen, despite not always being the easiest. Keep it up. Oh,
thanks,
yeah.
Bailey.
Hassan says it's 34, peak winter, and I have the heaters. Oh, yeah, it's peak winter. So you're in a different...
Oh my gosh.
34
Fahrenheit?
It's essentially freezing.
What are you talking about? What degree?
Yeah, I was like, the dip.
I was like
34 to
34
49
Celsius
isn't that big of a... Shouldn't be freezing.
Oh my God, 34.
Yeah, it's cold.
Okay, so here's what Tom and I did recently. Did you tell the story?
I don't even know what story you're going to tell.
We went into a cryo chamber.
Oh, I don't think we told this story.
Which is negative 150 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? Go ahead, look that up.
What is a negative 150 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
It broke.
Negative 66?
That sounds about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not allowed to be in there for more than 2.5 minutes. But it was at this like wellness center that our hockey team that we're obsessed with goes to for recovery in between games and stuff. They have like compression stuff and massages and all this other stuff, but they have specifically a cryo chamber. I don't understand the science, but it's something about shocking your system so that it starts to freak out. Yeah.
And
then it starts to, I think it like zaps it into heal like over time. I don't know. I'm
a little sus.
I read a pamphlet.
It was fun. It was scary and then fun.
But Tom and I went in there at the same time, and oh my God, it was cold.
Yeah, well,
like I haven't felt time slow in any way like that before.
Yeah, and
like I was like, oh my God, there's 30 seconds left. How the hell?
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
It was crazy. Anyway.
That was
I want to go in there right now because I'm so hot.
I don't think I ever want to go in there again.
That was stressful. For comparison, we've got 53 Fahrenheit outdoors now, 68 to 77 for a couple of weeks before that. I miss the U.S. sometimes.
That sounds perfect.
The high for today is only 18 Celsius. I absolutely hate winter.
I'm a winter boy.
Hey, Kathy.
What's up, Kathy?
Greetings, Heather and Tom. Happy Friday. How's the challenge going? 18 is a beautiful temperature for winter. In Canada, that's a nice day. What is 18? 18.
It's 50.
Oh, okay. I was in Sydney. Weather there is so much better. Not a fan of Canberra winters.
Australia is harsh. Because we have our world cams on that we've talked about. Now they've been on for almost a year straight at this point.
I know.
The YouTube channel we watch where they just cycle through. And it's fun because like all of the northern hemisphere ski resorts that popped in, that we saw them like melt and now they're all green or closed or they're like summer things. But then in the southern hemisphere you see now everybody's skiing and like snowboarding and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it just changes.
All right,
take that, flat earthers.
Okay, let's keep talking about stress.
Okay, what about it? Which parts?
I don't know. Let's speak on our experience. What do you think is the most stressful thing right now aside from dips? Well, how about this? What was really stressful like towards the beginning of being a YouTube creator versus having been like in your 7th year?
Yeah. So I talked to Peter yesterday for a bit and we were kind of talking about this. We were sort of talking about it's almost like expectations. So like when you're just starting out, you've never made a video, or maybe you have, but you've never made like a YouTube video. Maybe you've never been in front of the camera, and all that stuff is sort of stressful. Like just learning to talk to a camera, putting yourself out there, getting your first negative comments, like all that stuff can be quite stressful. Wanting your channel to grow, and it's probably growing super slow, especially at the beginning. And a lot of times though, when it comes to the videos you're making, you've never made them before, and you're sort of posting them without expectations. Like the achievement is that you made the video and it gets to go out. And then you might have some videos that get a lot of attention, right? They get a number of views, they do well, which I know I would never like saying do well, because I don't like the idea that a video is bad if it doesn't do well, because you can make an amazing video, and it's like just because some algorithm didn't push it doesn't mean you did a bad video. But we all know what we're saying. We're saying a video does well, performs well on the platform. And then if that starts happening consistently, like I remember a time where if I could post a video that got 50 views in the first day, I was like,
what a win.
Yeah, time to go full time. And now like I would probably have a panic attack if that happened.
Yeah.
And so, then.
Well, you're fast approaching 150,000 subscribers.
Approaching, I don't know about fast approaching, but so here's a great example, actually. So as of today is the first time in maybe the last 4 years that my channel has gotten fewer than 1,000 subscribers in a month.
Okay.
Which for the past, the biggest month ever, I remember, I think it was October 2019, I got 8,600 subscribers in a month, which is insane. I don't know what happened or why. But that happened, or maybe it was 2020. I don't know, some October. Pretty much since then, it's been about 1,800 to 2,200 a month has been like
average,
really consistent.
Okay.
And now, as of today, it dipped down to 900.
Okay.
So that's
scary.
Less than half.
Yeah.
Right. Which is scary. Even in the previous summer lulls, it's never gone down that low. It took me 6 months to get my first 100 subscribers.
No, I know. Numbers are weird.
Yeah. So that's what I mean when you're talking about expectations. Like your stuff changes. And so the idea of getting, 900 in a month at one point would have been like, oh, are you insane? Versus now it's like sweating.
Because before it was like potential. Now it's a sign of like, you know what I mean? Like danger.
Right.
Instead of like, yeah. Really quick, fellow filmmaker, super chat. Here is to our shared stress over Dave's finances, endurance, and trying to have fun in life. Hang in there. Thank you so much.
I know at the end of the day, we all just want to like make videos, have fun, share stuff. That's the goal, right?
Because I feel like you'd have to be insane to not find joy in the actual creation part. Like go get a job. It's like so much easier.
Yeah,
right?
if you don't actually like making videos, filming something, editing something, sharing something. Why would you do this?
Yeah, they're like obviously.
I hate using tools, but I'm going to be a carpenter.
There has to be some kind of enjoyment out of it. It's like
enjoyment of the process.
Yeah. I'm just like I'm trying to think. Also, I don't know. It's hard because for me, it's so dependent on my mood. Like today, I'm feeling great. Tomorrow, I could feel real crappy. Nothing's changed except for physiologically. I don't know. Something's happening here, and it changed my entire like mindset on how I feel about it. But yeah. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying.
I mean, we're just talking about expectations and dips and trying to have fun and all that kind of stuff.
So here's something that was a little bit stressful for me in the past week. I only told you about this morning, I think.
Okay.
My birthday was on Tuesday. That wasn't stressful.
I knew that. Nice. You didn't tell me that.
But this year, I decided to do a shared birthday celebration with a friend whose birthday is 2 weeks before mine. So naturally, we picked the weekend in between our birthdays to have the actual party, right? Mm-hmm. That was also the same weekend as VidCon. And I had it in the calendar. I totally wanted to go. It was my intention to go, especially after NAB. I wanted to go just because, like, in terms of creator programming.
I'm wearing a VidCon shirt right now.
in terms of creative programming, I think everyone here knows how we felt about it. It left something to be desired. But that's why I wanted to go to VidCon.
In terms of programming, but as an event, it was
creator programming.
Phenomenal, yeah.
Creator programming.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. NAB was life-changing. But in terms of creator programming, I did not like it at all. But that's why I wanted to go to VidCon, because I was just kind of like, well, YouTube being a title sponsor, is this the place that I can actually get some answers in terms of the state of the creator economy in 2024 and, you know, in the foreseeable future? What are the issues? What does YouTube think the issues are? Like, I wanted to go, but I couldn't go. And then when I was, you know, checking my stories and stuff, there was so much VidCon content. Vid content. And it was very cool. I felt insane FOMO. And I felt really like, I haven't felt like this in a while. But I definitely felt like I was doing something wrong. Like, I was looking at all these people who are doing the same thing I am. I don't look anything like them. I'm not doing it like them.
Right.
It you know, and I know it's VidCon, so it's very glamorous and bright and vibrant and fun.
It does also lean more towards, like, I would call it like the
but
stereotypical
like,
influencer side of things.
Okay, I'm full transparency. I have anxiety, so I always look at everything through the lens of like, I'm doing something wrong, and then I have to like backpedal, right? But I definitely, like, I had a lot of gut feeling, or like gut reactions and gut feelings of the YouTube creator account, or maybe it was a VidCon. Somebody, one of these like business accounts, posted about a girl who hit 100,000 subscribers, and like, that's very exciting. And she was like, you know, she had a reel where she was like sleeping with a plaque in her bed and stuff, and like, you know, it's this whole thing. I kind of was just wondering why that was like not worth celebrating, but almost like, but what about someone like you who like didn't get that at 100,000? Mind you, it was during COVID, or was it?
What? When
you crossed 100,000?
No, it's 2022. So light COVID.
But I just like, I was like, this is someone who crossed 100,000 from doing shorts, you know? And I was just like, it was just that thing of like, what YouTube is celebrating is still different. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I had feelings seeing all this stuff. Eden, who we saw at NAB, who works for
the Garden of...
No. I forgot. Maybe Kat can tell me because she's here. But she went to VidCon. She was also at NAB, and she said that the programming was a lot more aligned.
VidCon better have better programming, right?
Well, like, it was relevant. It was,
yeah.
Like, it seemed like she was glad that she went.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been doing it so long. This was NAB's first time, so.
But I've been to VidCon, and I felt like it got real fan focused, you know? So to know that a colleague, a creator went and actually got something out of it is like, I don't know. I'm glad that the VidCon experience wasn't, I thought they were just going to be like, to hell with the creator stuff. Let's lean into the fandom.
Well, I mean, granted, when I went with you to VidCon, it was 2019, pre-COVID. I felt that the stuff that was upstairs, the programming was pretty good, was great, and like pretty in depth for creator stuff. It was the downstairs part where it's like, if you think you're gonna like pull an NAB and walk the show floor with other creators and stuff, like, no, absolutely not. It's just gonna be a bunch of girls screaming for, like a bunch of middle schoolers screaming for whoever the most popular channel
I think
is
like
at the moment.
Dave Dobrik was still big.
That was
yeah.
That was the big
Camo,
one.
that's the one. Thank you, Jeremy.
What about Camo?
That's who Eden works with.
Sorry, I don't know
what are you doing?
Oh, okay. They announced the Firebirds head coach, but one of our friends just sent me a picture of a man I don't know, and I was like, why is this happening?
Yeah. So anyway, I felt a little bit stressed there. I think a lot of my stress is always like comparison.
That's the other thing I was going to talk about today was comparison.
Because I'm not at the point I was gonna say never, but let's not say never. I'm not at the point where I don't feel the dips with numbers, right? So it's not as stressful because it just doesn't happen.
Oh,
But for me, it's like, man, 2018, that was a big one. I've talked about that many times, but like Cody Warner had a no small creator meetup, and I just felt like I was doing everything wrong because I didn't have a fancy DSLR camera and like didn't do the coffee B-roll and like wasn't a dude. Like, I felt like I just was doing it
right.
wrong.
Oh yeah. I feel that all the time.
And so I kind of felt that with like seeing all the VidCon stuff. I was just kind of like, oh, what was I talking about again? Like, what was I doing again? And I know this is just this. They're just feelings, okay? They're passing through. But that's a lot where my stress comes from.
Yeah, comparison is rough. Like I always, maybe once a day, think of the comparison is a thief of joy quote, because it is. Like, you can be so happy with what you have, and then as soon as you compare
actually, that's what you said that to me last night.
I was like, oh, that is where a lot of stress comes from, because you can be happy with what you have, and then you can see, maybe you see what someone else is doing, or someone else tells you what they're doing, and now you can feel like, wait, I'm doing something wrong. Like, I'm almost dumb for being happy about this because I'm wrong. And like, I should be doing it this other way. I shouldn't be happy with this, which I know is not
hard.
True.
It's hard because like everyone's YouTube journey is so different.
Right.
Everybody is so different.
I think we've used it on here, but the analogy that Peter and I talked about this yesterday, so I think I told him for the first time, was like, if you go to Disneyland and you go on Space Mountain or any amusement park, you're on the ride, you're with a whole bunch of other people. You're all on the same ride at the same moment, but the things that led you to be there at that time are entirely different for everybody. Some people are, season ticket holders that drove 10 minutes, and other people flew from the other side of the planet. Like,
okay, NAB, right? Like, Tom and we were staying at the same hotel that I confessed my feelings to him. Like, we held hands for the first time in this hotel lobby. We were celebrating doing this full time. It was like a huge milestone.
All these
event
years
for
later
us.
to be back.
Yes, it was like a full circle moment. And like for me, I was reflecting like, oh my God, if I never gave myself a chance to try to make a YouTube channel, I would not be here. I would not have met you. All those things. For a lot of people at NAB, they were going because of work. Like they're an employee, they got to work the booth. Like we're probably not a life-changing experience, but that's why like it could be different for everyone.
Everything. Yeah. Everybody's experience can be.
Okay. Go get a job. Also, hey, y'all, happy Friday for last night. Let's see. Melanie says, I think I lost the enjoyment of the process when I was expecting it to financially produce. I realized I'm so much happier creating without putting that pressure or expectations. Yeah,
of course. That's always going to be the best time. Creativity does best when there's not that kind of like, doesn't have to put food on the table kind of situation.
I know, it's so hard. Andre says, the dip in monthly subs like Tom is describing, could this be the result of YouTube pushing smaller creators in much larger way on users, so less exposure for established channels? I don't think so, because you've done this enough where it's every summer.
It's every summer. There is a thing, though, I did notice last week YouTube changed like the interface a lot, where it's like, oh, like some UI design changes or whatever. But then I also noticed just like, that was really when it was like, oh, instead of getting, 200 subscribers a day, you're getting 3. Instead of getting, 90 comments a day, you're getting 1. Like, when they changed their interface, that was like, it's almost like you can see it correlates directly with that. So it makes me think, I don't know if something changed on the, not just the visual side, but on the back side, which like you can't control that. I don't know.
I mean, if YouTube viewership is down as a whole, then this is probably the best time to start changing it up on their end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it down on the whole? I thought it was up, but who knows?
Well, everyone I know, it goes down.
Creator-wise?
Yeah.
I think creator-wise it does, but I don't know if platform-wise. Because YouTube doesn't care if 100 people watch me and 100 people watch you, or 200 people watch me. They just want 200 people watching. Like, they don't care how many creators are watching. They just want people watching.
But I feel like if our sample says that we're all getting dips, I feel like that's because viewers are on vacation.
Yeah, which I mean, I think...
That's what I think. But, I mean, also...
It's also the thing of like, you're a publicly traded company and you need to infinitely grow every quarter forever, and which is not possible.
Also, like, my sample is very specific. Like, we're all Well, I was gonna say we're all North Americans. We're not. We're global here.
Yeah, we are.
But
We all have a similar approach, I think, though.
Yeah. Mike says, I just canceled my live stream podcast tonight because my studio is not cooling off. High 80s in my studio with AC on. Stress of balancing live streams and video workload is stressful too.
Yes.
Comparison sucks, says Gil.
Sure
Andre
do.
says, seems like the answer is less to worry about things and just enjoy the simple things one likes, which is so easy to say and so difficult to do.
Yeah. So somewhere I heard the quote that simple isn't easy. I was like, yeah. It sounds
I like that.
Yeah. It's true. Like, it sounds very simple, but
So how do you deal with comparison?
poorly. I try very hard to, like, I feel like I've gained enough confidence in my way of doing things that I'm a little more like, yeah, this is what I do, but it's very hard. It is just incredibly difficult to not be affected by that and not feel like you're doing something wrong and not feel like, like there are people I saw the VidCon stuff too. I saw people who started channels way after us, who have way huger channels than us, who are doing the glitzy, like essentially like the red carpet experience.
Yeah.
Which is great for them, but I'm like,
okay, see, this is how I felt. I was like, God, we're doing it all wrong.
Yeah, but it's like
that's just the gut reaction, though. I don't actually feel.
But my
that
impulse
way,
is like, I also don't want that.
Right? It feels like
like I don't actually
like
want
this
that.
is. Oh my God. Yeah. Luckily, this was the birthday celebration. We had people sleeping over, so I was like, huh,
Distracted,
sad, and then like, let's drink a beer.
The best way to deal with sadness.
Oh no, Coffee says, I can't say my channel is dipping. It's getting more watch time and more views each month. That's great.
And that's what I mean. There's a lot of, like, I would say they're the bigger channels I watch, like the commentary entertainment channels. They're still post a video, get 2 million views in a day. Like, clearly it's not.
Well, it
universal.
Obviously varies on niche as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like if you're an entertainment channel, like you're like someone's favorite show. There's
maybe
no,
now
like,
is even the time where like people are off and on vacation is the time that you grow. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Where was I? YouTube have done 2 major things lately. Home feed is pushing much more smaller creators relating to topics I watch, like every 4th video for the last 4 to 5 weeks, which is a big change.
That's a good thing though. I like that.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I'm actually okay with it as long as it's relevant to what I watch. You watch all kinds of sites.
Yeah, because I watch for the content, not the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and depending on what you're looking for, sometimes it's like you kind of prefer the smaller channel, like, which I know is sort of dangerous to say for me, but it's like you're looking for a product review. Maybe you want the person with 1 million or 2 million subscribers. Maybe you want the guy with 75 who's like.
Yeah, like there was no incentive to make this aside from sharing the info.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just wish my home feed would actually show me more diversity instead of rehashing the same type of videos.
Oh my God. I'm scared because I looked up
you gotta take
thing
it out
to
your
repair a part of my car earlier today, and I'm only going to get RAV4 videos for the next week now.
Kombucha says, but a lot of what they've been pushing is not up my alley, and I'm tired of clicking not interested. Yes, I'm a frequent user of the not interested.
I'm trying to see what's popping up. What I've noticed for me is, lately it's been like this. It's YouTube really wants me to watch the same like 5 videos, and every time I refresh my feed, they're just there. It doesn't like do the thing where like watch this video, and then if you don't watch it, it stops suggesting it. It's like this is going to be the first video we show you until you watch it.
Homesick Mac, I'm actually in the phase of it's just great. Finally releasing videos and stats are way better than when only live streaming.
Yay. Plus you're in the middle of a move. I'm excited to know how that's going.
Yeah. Andre says the other is putting all the info, title, subscribe button, comments, etc. to the right of the video when watching on desktop, making the subscribe button much harder to find, not rolled out for all.
Oh, that's true. It is. The interface is very weird, and it's all like flat and gray. So it's like nothing really stands out. It's just that same thing of like all user design has to be flat and boring now.
Yeah.
Which I do not like.
Mike says niche is huge. Movie reviewers are thriving. Gear reviewers are lagging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kat says the search results are also more limited. It used to keep scrolling, but now they show a handful and a new section of videos.
I can't even tell you, like, I was going to bring that up. Like, if I search for, I don't know, let's search for a corgi. Okay, I'm gonna get first thing that pops up is 4 shorts.
Like the above the fold is just shorts on mobile.
Well, actually, that's maybe too broad. Let's see, like how to fix faucet leak. Okay.
Okay.
2 videos, but it usually goes to that one section. Maybe this is like too specific. This is actually on brand. There's the shorts. Usually what I've been getting now, it's all shorts. Oh yeah, and then I get this video switcher, like how to fix your toilet. Do you want videos? What I've been getting is like, here's some search results. Here's a bunch of shorts. You might also like something kind of related to a video you watched a month ago, but you're like, no, I'm looking for the thing I searched for. I'm not looking for the video I watched a month ago.
That's how they get you.
And I was listening to a podcast where someone said on Instagram they had found a post, and you know what happens when your Instagram feed like refreshes and the post disappears. Yeah, then you can never find it again. And so they went to like search for the post, but instead, because Instagram has like the AI thing now, it like generated a new AI image of the post, and they were like, instead of creating a new thing from scratch, can you just find the thing I'm searching for?
Andre says the push of smaller creators is great. What I see is all relevant, but that space used for smaller creators have to mean bigger creators get less exposure.
I mean, that's logical, I would say. As long as it's relevant, that's good. Like as long as
I'm curious, like what's the growth of new viewers on it?
I don't know,
on YouTube. Because like if it's like 1 billion people and that is the number that never changes, then you're taking someone's view is being taken.
Right. Yeah, there's only so many humans.
Yeah, if like people are constantly signing up for YouTube, then
what is that?
I don't know, man.
Like a bubble.
There's like stuff floating. I don't like it. I got attacked by a cicada yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Now there's bubbles. That was not a bubble. I don't know what that was.
There was a bee in the house yesterday.
Well, then Tom got attacked by. Well, here's what happened last night. I know this is kind of weird, but
what happened?
So I went to the bathroom at like 5 a.m, and I looked at the toilet paper, and half the toilet paper had been ripped several rotations.
Look,
because you only got one half and the other half was still stuck because it was a new roll. So you just ripped. There was like 4 layers of.
Here's the thing with Kirkland Costco brand toilet paper is,
and I just left because I know exactly what happened.
When you start the new roll, it doesn't come undone.
Like glued on there.
And so I get stuck with the thing of like, do I just keep pulling it until it finally like gets through enough layers, or is that too wasteful and I leave like these shredded layers? And I didn't want to be wasteful.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that was so funny. Okay. Oh, he moved.
Yay.
Cat, YouTube scrolling viewing is becoming stressful too. God, we're all just stressed, man.
Look at Hassan. I created a second YouTube channel on the same Google account just so I can search for one-off videos without ruining my
That's
feed.
what I do.
You're very good at, you just remove them from your history.
Oh, yeah. No, I am relentless with that. The watch history and the search history. And then I have 2 different YouTube accounts. So my tutorial channel is very, lots of like creator focused ones. And then like this channel is like Japanese, like learning Japanese and anime and games and stuff. Like it's a totally different feed. I've moved and my entire studio is still in boxes. All guitars at mother-in-law's place. This is going to be the building weekend. Oh, that sounds fun.
Jeremy says he just had a commercial break.
Okay, so I forgot to mention that.
Going off of last week's.
Yeah, so last week we had turned on mid-roll ads on the couples table for like the first time ever. But we did it where it said we can insert them. And so we went to the dashboard of the live stream and inserted an ad and got very confusing results because no one who had premium got an ad, right?
Yeah, of course.
But people who didn't have premium, some people saw an ad, some people didn't. And then I'm still confused as to like, do you just miss 15 seconds of the stream?
It seems like that's the only way it's possible is that you miss the stream, because especially if people aren't saying it, because YouTube even says viewers may not see ads at the same time.
I don't know how it works. And then so today I was like, well, instead of inserting the ad, let's have YouTube decide when to put the ad in. So I set it as automatic balanced.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I should have mentioned that at the beginning. So
I forgot.
So you guys could have told us when.
Just got interrupted.
But thank you for letting us know, Jeremy. That sounds like fun. Just searched for fix leaky faucets, and 10 videos down in the search results, I get the couples table suggestion. Yeah. So Randall says, remove your sharing videos on your YouTube channel also for privacy. Remove your sharing videos on your YouTube channel. What's that?
Like when you post a video, allowing people to share it, or because there's the option to like embed a video.
But wouldn't you want that?
I think it depends. I think some people do, some people don't. I don't know if that's what we're talking about, though. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want YouTube to like I want it to be smart and serve me what it thinks I want to see. What I don't want is I search one thing that I'm never going to search again, and then my whole feed is that.
Yeah. If I've never searched up leaky faucet in 7 years and I search it up now.
Like, literally, I'll screenshot.
I'm done.
Because that's like my reminder, but I don't want to interact with the video. Like, I get scared of the autoplay, so I'm just like screenshot and swipe.
What is the screenshot for?
Because I want to watch it.
Oh.
But I don't want it to, like, now the feed is going to, like, adjust based on.
Oh, I see.
Watching this thing for 20 seconds. Andre says, about search on mobile. When results are shown, you can pull down and get some filters to choose just videos, unwatched videos, etc. for the result. Yes.
Oh, that's true.
I do this often when I'm trying to find channels.
That's cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
because I search like someone's channel name, and then
it's a nice little
shows
feature.
me a bunch of videos.
It's just recommending us to me now. You might be interested in.
You are in. Anyway.
When I log into my second channel, since I don't do much on that account other than post every like 4 months.
Is it just a mess?
No, it just recommends like me, like my main channel videos. You might really like this guy. Yes.
It's funny because I think you told me that you saw a video about how a dude signed up for like a new TikTok account and just like within 4 hours went into like inappropriate content. Like the algorithm just eventually went there. I'm curious on YouTube. Like, what if you new browser, private browsing, whatever, new, like not logged in? Where would YouTube take you?
Well, this is as far as I know, unless this is now just like an urban legend, this is the advent of the modern algorithm, is because of this. Because 12 years ago, I think it's about 12 years ago.
Modern algorithm, my goodness.
12 years ago, it was just sort of suggested. It was like a dumb, like how Google results is just like, we're going to
here's
search.
the most popular.
Yeah, whatever. You could keyword stuff things and whatever. Yeah. Apparently, there was a problem where if you just let things autoplay, I forget how much time it took, but after X number of hours, everything would end up on Gangnam Style. Like everything would just go there. Because if you remember, I think, was that the first video that hit 1 billion views on the platform? Maybe. It was like one of the most viewed things ever. Everything just led there. And that was where they were like, okay, we need to fix this because obviously everyone doesn't want to go there.
Right.
Let's make things that are a little more personal. And they're even before that, back in the day, like the YouTube homepage was a YouTube employee going like, this video should be here. Let's put this video here. And like changing it every day versus now it's different for each of us every time we load it. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and it isn't just an urban legend, which I don't think it is because I've heard it enough, the big kickoff for like the way the algorithm works now started with that problem happening of like everything just ends up on Gangnam Style.
That's funny. How interesting. Randall says, someone shows a video of an individual as a share may be inappropriate. Click on your YouTube channel and review your shared, and if it is okay, then keep it. But I didn't know that it was done.
Oh, interesting.
Someone shows a video of an individual as a share.
Interesting.
Like, so if someone were to make like a post of your video?
What is this? Wait, what? Sorry.
Someone were to make a post of your video?
Oh, like where people are sharing your video too. You could kind of see. Yeah.
I see. Well, do you have any tips for handling creator stress, Tom?
Nope. I really don't. I mean, other than like the platitudes of like trust your gut and find your passion and stick to what you believe in and all those kind of things, which are all true. I'm not.
Well, I
setting
will
those things
say,
aside.
from last year to this year, I feel like you're significantly less stressed.
I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of that did come from, which we've talked about a bunch, so I didn't want to go into it too much, but like rediscovering why I was doing things the way I was doing them, which made me more comfortable kind of sticking to my guns about like, this is how I need to operate. Not that there's never room for change, but like...
Yeah. The way you're doing it, even though somebody else is doing it a different way.
Yeah. I can tell you now, if I tried to do it that way, it would be very bad for me.
Yeah.
And so that makes me feel a little more comfortable sticking to my way of doing things.
Yeah.
Still trying to find ways to, play with it and have fun with it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that is making the content creation process less stressful for both of us is we've been trying to approach it more as a team.
Oh, yeah.
And that's been fun.
Very, very nice. It definitely is. It's nice to, I mean, I don't know. Not everyone can be married to another content creator.
I know.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of like a good example or how someone could approach that. Like if you just have, friends or a spouse who does things unrelated or whatever, but it isn't, I don't know. That is really nice.
Yeah.
Many hands make light work kind of a thing.
Well, because then it focuses on the fun. Like that's the difference. So if I'm in here and I'm trying to make a video, it's driven by performance, like I feel like that's my default because that's what I know how to do. But when we work together, I'm just like your AI commercial.
Sure.
It's a perfect example of like, yeah, our iteration of ideas is just something that we couldn't necessarily come up with by ourselves.
Yeah. And
it's fun,
Yeah. And that, I think, at least for me, that obviously took a long time to learn how to do because I don't know how to describe it, but it's like I had, my ideas of how to do things, how the channel should be for so long. And it's not that I wasn't open to other ideas, but it's like I almost didn't know how to evolve another idea. So if I had my idea and then you were like, hey, this idea.
I was like scared to give him ideas.
Yeah.
Because he was so particular about his way and his method and his like, I'm 100% creative control. And not in a bad way, but just like.
Yeah. What I had to learn was that when you're suggesting an idea, it's not saying I'm doing my way wrong or I'm doing things wrong. It's just here's an idea, and this also isn't necessarily the idea. Here's an idea, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, what about this, and then it kind of iterates. But and that the hard thing there is, as someone who does get like we've talked about it before, like the guy who's like, hey, I'm quitting my channel. Turns out I had an editor the whole time, and it wasn't what you thought it was, like or whatever. Like I'm very aware of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And like someone asked me during a live stream yesterday, they were like, did you edit your first video? And I'm like, I've edited every video on my channel. But
every single one.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So, like I'm aware of those kinds of things where it's, I don't like it when it seems like one thing and it turns out it's another. But which is why the easy solution for me is to just like, I constantly include you in the video. So even though like, this is on your channel, but we're both in it. Videos that we're in together are on my channel, but you're in it. You're mentioned all the time. You're like, you pop up all the time.
Right. There's no like.
Yeah.
Just
if someone
kidding,
else is holding someone else is holding the camera, it's not like, oh, Tom like hired a camera operator. It's like, no, Heather's there. Like
it's just me.
Yeah, and that works really well. And then it's it's clear too. There's a track record of like the number of times your ideas have made videos objectively better. Like the mic review we did last summer where it's like the 25 mics.
That was fun.
Yeah, because I was like, we need to do male, female voice on a bunch of different microphones. Okay. And you were the one who was like, well, okay, then the stuff we're talking about on the microphones, instead of being kind of boring, it could be fun. And you'd put a whole thing together.
Yeah, and it like I mean, it really was something that people participated in the comments, which was super
To
fun.
this day, it still happens. I mean, and the same thing with the AI art list thing, where it's like, I remember telling you about it, and my impulse was, I don't think I should do this because it doesn't necessarily make sense. And then we talked about it, and we're like, well, there's a lot of ways that it actually does fit in with what you do. And then it's like, okay, cool. But I never want to just be a salesperson. You're like, well, why don't you have the voice explain the thing? And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then I was like, well, why don't I have a bunch of voices talking to each other? Like, that was when I was teaching and I was doing broadcasts, those were the best episodes where it wasn't just like, we need to read announcements or whatever.
Right.
It's like, okay, well, we need to do this. Well, if we're going to do that, why don't we do this? And then we can also do that.
Exactly. That's that's how I feel like we've been approaching it. It's just like,
that is the best stuff comes from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just how do we make this more fun? And then you just keep iterating until.
And obviously it's great to do when you have a teammate, but it's also is something you can do by yourself, because even broadcasts, those were things where it's like, I can remember like driving home from work at night going like, oh, tomorrow we could do this, and like later in the night like, but then what about this, and like then pitching it to the whole class the next day, and that's kind of fun.
Randall says sharing a video to Facebook to Peter Gregg's live group from YouTube or anything else is
using the built-in YouTube share.
Oh, gotcha. I see. Got it. Andre says the YouTube pull-up is a great de-stressor. Apart from that, looking at the last 6 to 12 months versus past 6 to 12 months, often get a better picture of how things are going rather than the last 2 weeks.
Right.
Totally.
You need the bigger timeline.
Zoom out. Yeah. And find a community. I feel like it's helpful. Because, not everyone can be married. Some creators fake relationships to get engagement.
Oh, in every sense of the word, with their viewers, with other people, with people that it seems like they're like, it'd be like if it turns out we are not actually married. This is a big studio.
Oh my God, what a horrible thought. No.
It is a horrible thought.
Or hey, hi guys, any suggestions for someone wanting to transition from a full-time regular job to a full-time income from content creation?
That is different for everybody.
Well,
and we did it
the complete polar opposite way. Where when I quit, I had nothing. My channel was at 0. And I had 6 months savings, and I was just like, I'm going to make this work.
Yeah, like you quit and started your channel. Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I put in my resignation and then started my channel.
Mine was a different approach. Mine was I wanted to make sure that the channel, all the different ways that the channel earns revenue, could meet or exceed what I was making in my full-time job. Not just once or twice. It's not like, oh, we did it this month, we're good. But like, can this be done consistently?
I will say. Tom would not have quit if not for COVID, though.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Because it would not have been good enough for Tom. Like, it wouldn't have been. You wanted, like.
I had a benchmark for where things needed to be, and we are still not there 3.5 years later. So, yeah.
We were not going to get there, yeah.
But it was all. But COVID also took, like, the main part of my job that brought joy away and left everything else, which was
made it worse.
What I was spending most of my time on. And it kind of really exemplified, like, okay, wow. Without that, it would have been easy to like, well, I need to stay just one more year, one more thing versus like,
oh, totally. Because it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. That's the thing. You keep talking yourself into it because it's not like. I mean,
it was killing me in a lot of ways, but
COVID made it like a definitive, like, I am out.
Yeah, it wasn't those situations. I've had jobs where it's like, okay, I am quitting today. I wasn't expecting to, but I'm out. This was not that at all.
So suggestions. The reason why I don't think I could do that now, like just quit and figure it out when I was 30.
Well, it depends on what stage of life you're in as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously if you have kids who are depending on you for friggin' survival, I did not at the time. And I think like, I was very aware, like as I was starting my YouTube channel, trying to figure out my business, I also was ramping up my resume, my LinkedIn profile, like reaching out to my contacts I had made over my career just in case, So it was like I'm fielding job opportunities and clients while also building my YouTube channel. And I knew I could do that. So I feel like making that hard, like quit and then figure it out, I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. It's the way I did it, but I'm crazy. We talk about stress. That was insanely stressful. And then also it's like, yeah, I was starting from zero, but I wasn't. I had clients like right away. I had already built that over my career.
Right.
So like, that's why I can say that I have been doing this full time since the beginning, even though that money didn't come directly from YouTube. It's like people saw my YouTube channel and then like we became client, we built a client relationship off platform, but it was because I was creating content.
YouTube, right. Yeah. And that's, I think what we did when I was leaving a thing was kind of like I said, like, can you earn an equal income from this? And then for the last few months, the thing that I did was act as if, where it was like, okay, I might still be getting a paycheck for my normal job, but I'm actually not touching that. Like that is just going to savings, and I'm only actually going to be paying the bills as if that didn't exist. And it's just this money coming in. Like, how does that actually look? How does that work? Does it work? And it did. And then the thing I lucked out with, which is just sort of like the career field I was in, was a teacher only gets paid 10 months out of the year, not 12. And I have an English degree, so I'm not the greatest at math sometimes, forgetting that YouTube pays 12 months out of the year. So even if my like monthly things were like at or just kind of squeaking by,
you were getting paid
I was getting paid 2 extra months out of the year. So it was already like a pretty significant raise, even if I thought it was equal. I was like, oops.
The other thing I would say is probably making a full-time income. I mean, obviously it depends where you're at, but probably making a full-time income off of just content creation alone, I feel like is hard. So what I would do, like if I were starting over today, I would see what skills that you can hire out, like do what I did and like make YouTube videos for other people, make thumbnails. YouTube channel management was something I did for a while. I did YouTube consulting. Like if you're really, there's an aspect of this space that people don't want to do. You could be an editor. You can, set a podcast for people. You could still be like in the content creation space, which if you're working in the content creation space, that's only going to help your own journey. Like Gil does this.
Right.
Yeah. You have a studio and you help people produce their podcasts and stuff while also creating your own content. That's what I would do. I feel like that's a very reasonable way to do it. And then maybe as time goes on, you can, if you want to, you can cut some of that out. There's always going to be people who do not want to be involved in the production process, which is, most of being a content creator. They just want to show up and talk, be on camera, write, whatever. So that means there's always going to be room for people who can produce, like do everything else.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I too dream of leaving this life of crime to be a full-time creator. I do not have much stress, just a lot of questions, and then doing another video. I have a lot of questions.
That's good. I like that. Questions are good.
Yeah. There'll always be new questions too.
A new thing. Yep.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Are you stressed?
Is that your question? I was saying my question is the time to clear the table. Yeah, I'm definitely stressed, but I'm enjoying my YouTube.
I feel like you're having the most fun you've had the whole time.
And we've come up with some really fun ideas too, to like big picture ideas to keep working
Stay
on.
tuned for Tom's evolution of the channel. Like I'm so excited. We should talk about this.
Full on pranks, bro. It's just a 3 a.m. prank challenge.
I feel like it's a good evolution,
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Yeah. So there's gonna be some exciting stuff to look forward to. Anyway, that being said,
time to clear the table.
it's time to clear the
Thanks for
table.
watching. Hope you have a safe, happy, healthy, fun rest of your week and weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.